My experience as a single mom and as a child of a single mom brings me here today to give my testimony of how I began to add back value to myself after my divorce. My mom and dad were married early in their life in high school, and my dad's alcoholism very quickly after my sister and I were born caused their marriage to crumble, and he left never to return. I can remember sitting on the front step of my childhood home thinking, this is not on my bucket list. I don't think the word bucket list was out there back in those days, but I remember thinking, I don't want to repeat this scenario. I want to have the nuclear family, children, the dogs in the back seat with their ears flopping in the wind, and I had a dream that maybe when it came my time to be married that I would stay that way. Guess what? It did end up on my bucket list that I too became a single mom at age 33 with 2 little girls. So from the perspective of a child and from the perspective of a mother, I know what it feels like to not have enough. I became sort of a shell of myself during the years that my marriage was crumbling. I knew it was crumbling, but I was trying so hard not to not have that dream realized, that one that I sat on the front step of my childhood home dreaming of. And I think I just chipped away at what God had built up in me all those years. When the divorce finally happened, I remember thinking, I don't have any experience. I have 2 young children. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I've got to go back to work, and I don't know how to do that. I don't even know that I have any value. And so I began praying. I began journaling. I went to Bible studies. I went to Al-Anon. I did everything I could to maybe begin adding value back to myself. My father had abandoned me, but my Holy Father had not abandoned me. My husband had left, but my Holy Father remained the whole time. So when I think back on those days, and they seemed so dark, I really believe that for me, in my life, maybe the divorce was one of the best things that could have happened to me. Because from that point on, I had to rely on God. I had to make Him the center of my heart and my home, and I did. And based on that, I went back to work at a place that I'd helped found when I wasn't previously married. I helped to found an agency that helps babies and toddlers, and I actually decided that was my passion, and I wanted to return to it. And I began, all those things combined helped my heart to heal, and for me to become a person that I knew I had value, but I knew who gave me that value. It wasn't me, it was God. And so when you're feeling down or depressed or that you don't have value, you do, and the one that gives you value stands beside you all the time. So call on Him.